Hi, thanks for dropping by. Welcome to Initia Testnet Phase 2, Week 2. Without much ado, let's dive into our task for this week. Our first task of the week is to deposit to IBC Asset Pool. To move on to the next page, you have to agree to this disclaimer, so check that checkbox and then tap on I agree. We are here to deposit liquidity to the IBC Asset Pool, so you want to make sure that you interact only with assets that you can find under this IBC Asset Pool. So I'm going to choose a random one out of everything that is here. I'll be going for Initia, Init and Init Pool. I'll tap on deposit. I'll indicate the amount of Initia Init that I want to deposit into the liquidity pool. Then I'm going to check that fixed ratio checkbox. Then the appropriate amount of Init will be displayed for me. Then I'll tap on confirm. I'll approve in my wallet. Task done. I will return to Initia Testnet website. The task has been verified. I'll move on to quest 2, which is to deposit Init into native asset pool this time. This time around, you are going to interact with asset that is found under native asset pool. Omni Init is the only asset that is here, so I'm going to tap on Omni Init. I'll tap on deposit. I'll indicate the amount of Init that I want to deposit into the Omni Init asset pool. I'll tap on submit. Then I'll confirm the transaction in my wallet. I'll tap on proceed. Transaction submitted. I'll return to Initia Testnet website. Quest verified. I'm going to move over to quest 3, which is to swap to IBC asset on the transfer page. Now, I need you to take note of something. I was interacting with this yesterday, and that was the instruction. The instruction wasn't really made clear enough, so it was hard to know which token you are supposed to interact with here. So I randomly decided to just make a transfer between layer 1 and layer 2. So in my destination network, I went for a layer 2 network. I went for mini move. So I was sending Init from Initia over to mini move. I'll indicate the amount of Init that I want to send. Then I'll tap on submit and then confirm the transaction in my wallet. Transaction submitted. So I went back to Initia to confirm if this task will be verified. Unfortunately, no. So after I made several attempts, which I did not feature in this video, I made several attempts transferring assets between different blockchain. It still wasn't verified. I decided to just leave it. So I moved on to quest 4, which is to provide liquidity to Init and Milk Init pool. Now, first of all, I don't have any asset on Milk Init. And then when you want to provide liquidity, you want to ensure that you tap on this drop down above. And then you are going to change it to provide Milk Init and Init. You have to provide the two assets, not just one and leaving the other. So you are going to change it to this. And like I said, I did not have any asset on Milk Init. So what I did was to go to the sidebar menu by the right. Then I'll tap on swap. And here I'm going to be swapping any asset that I have into Milk Init. I have funds on USDC, so I want to swap USDC to Milk Init. If you don't have USDC, you can actually swap Init, Tier, and whatever asset that is available. So I tapped on next. I tapped on confirm, and then I approved the transaction in my wallet. Now, having swapped some funds into Milk Init, I then went back to the liquidity page. Make sure that you have Milk Init and Init Pay on your screen before you add the asset so that your quest can be verified. Now, I'm going to indicate the amount of Milk Init that I want to add into the liquidity pool. The appropriate amount of Init will be displayed for you. Then tap on Next, tap on Confirm, and then approve the transaction in your wallet. Transaction submitted. So I am back on Initia. I need to quickly refresh my browser. Okay, quest 4 has been verified and quest 3 is still there, not verified after several attempts. So like I said earlier, I decided to leave everything where I stopped right here and then come back the next day. So when I returned to the website today, you can see that the instruction on my screen have changed. Now we have swap init to a miniature IBC asset on MinitSwap, and I kind of find this instruction more self-explanatory than what is there yesterday. So I'm going to get started with it now. Now, my sender and receiver chain will remain Initia, and the only thing that I'll be changing is the token. So I'll tap on select token, and then every token that you have here is an IBC asset, so you can interact with basically any one of them. I'll be going for the first one, Initia Init. I'll tap on it. So what I'm doing now is I'm sending Init from Initia to Initia as the receiver blockchain, but Initia Init as the token. I am going to indicate the amount of Init that I want to send to Initia Init. Then I'll tap on proceed. I'll submit, then tap on proceed. I'll then approve the transaction in my wallet. Transaction submitted. So let's go back to Initia and see if this will be verified or not. Good. Task has been verified successfully. Lastly, I'm going to be minting my sticker for week 2, so I'll tap on claim. I'll approve the claim in my wallet. Week 2 Initia Testnet Phase 2 has been successfully completed. If this video have been helpful to you, you can let me know by liking this video and also subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss out on future updates. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another tutorial.